New Lands, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 1, Chapter 80. Determinations of planetary distances and determinations of the velocity of light have squirmed together. They represent either an agreeable picture of cooperation, or a study in mutual support by writhing infamies. With most emphasis I have taken the position that the vagaries of the Jovian satellites are so great that extremely little reliance can be placed upon them, but now it seems to me that the emphasis should be upon the admission that, in addition to these factors of indeterminateness, it was, up to Proctor's day, not known how anything like accuracy when the satellites should appear and disappear. In that case one wonders as to the state of the theory in Romer's day. It was in the mind of Romer that the two determinations we are now considering first most notably satisfied affinity, mutual support by velocity of light and distances in this supposed solar system. Upon his third law, which, as we shall see later, he constructed upon at least three absences of anything to build upon, Kepler had, upon observations of Mars, deduced 13 million miles as this Earth's distance from the Sun. By the same method, which is the now discredited method of simultaneous observations, Romer determined this distance to be 82 million miles. I am not concerned with this great discrepancy so much as with the astronomers' reasons for starting off distances in millions instead of hundreds or thousands of miles. In Kepler's day the strongest objection urged against the Copernican system was that, if this Earth moves around the Sun, the stars should show annual displacements, and it is only under modern refinements that the stars do so minutely vary, perhaps. The answer to this objection was that the stars are vastly farther away than was commonly supposed. Entailed by this answer was the necessity of enlarging upon common suppositions generally. Kepler determined or guessed, just as one pleases, and then Romer outdid him. Romer was followed by Huygens, with continued outdoing. 100 million according to Huygens. Huygens took for his basis his belief that this Earth is intermediate in size to Mars and Venus. Astronomers, today, say that this Earth is not so intermediate. We see that, in the secondary phase of development, the early astronomers, with no means of knowing whether the Sun is 1,000 or 1,000,000 miles away, guessed or determined such distances as 82 million miles and 100 million miles, to account for the changelessness of the stars. If the mean of the extremes is about the distance of present dogmas, we'd like to know by what miracle a true distance so averages two products of wild methods. Our expression is that these developments had their origin in conspiracy and prostitution, if one has a fancy for such accusations, or if everybody else has been so agreeable, we think more amiably, ourselves, that it was all a matter of comfortably adjusting and being obliging all around. Our expression is that ever since the astronomers have seen and have calculated as they should see and should calculate. For instance, when this Earth's distance from the Sun was supposed to be 95 million miles, all astronomers taking positions of Mars calculated a distance of 95 million miles. But then, when the distance was cut down to about 92 million miles, all astronomers taking positions of Mars calculated about a distance of 92 million miles. It may sound like a cynicism of mine, but in saying this I am quoting Richard Proctor in one of his lucid suspicions, Old and New Astronomy, page 280.